Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a good one today. Today, we're going to talk about AltSeason. Are you ready for AltSeason? Let's go ahead and roll that beautiful intro. Here we go.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradley above at the top of the screen and everything we're talking about here. By the way, I want to thank everyone for following me on Twitter. And make sure you do it if you haven't done it. And if you haven't created a profile for Twitter, please go do it and just make it your crypto Twitter profile. You know, that's what I did with mine. I left all other social media and I created a crypto Twitter profile, and that's all I use Twitter for. And it's just really a great place to aggregate information and really bring that back to YouTube and the masses. So I appreciate that, everybody. We crossed 40,000 followers on Twitter, and we're really happy with that. And we're well past 80,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I want to thank each and every one of you for that as well. Let's get into this. So it's, you know, we're looking at AltSeason. Well, we're going to look at quite a few people who say that we're really bullish on XRP and AltSeason alike. So this is pretty interesting to me. You know, I'm not heavily steeped in technical analysis, but I do appreciate each one of the people out here that do heavily cover crypto through technical analysis. And just a reminder, none of this is financial advice from me or anyone else that we're going to talk about today. But the reality is that I do like to watch all things, whether it's fundamentals or technical. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit of that today. So right now, the cryptocurrency market cap is 1.5 trillion plus collectively. Now that is a real number we're talking about. It's also very well noted that Bitcoin has 944 billion of that 1.5 trillion in its market cap. I think that's worth noting. Coming in at $50,696.94, it is up 12.19% on the 7-day and half of that on the 24-hour. Looking at Ethereum right now, we're $1,663.11. They're up 7.37% on the 24-hour and 21.49% on the 7-day. Jumping down to the number 7 spot right now. Actually, you know what? Let's do Cardano, because Cardano has been on an absolute tear since the Ripple lawsuit case, I might add. And I don't believe that is to, I don't say that rather to take anything away from the progress that Cardano and Charles Hoskinson have had inside of that team and all of their efforts. But I do ask the question myself, even with all the good news Cardano's had inside of their camp, I do wonder if there will be a bit of a bleed off if we get a settlement for XRP, where a lot of people I know expressed interest that they went into Cardano to hedge what may be going on with XRP. We'll have to wait and see. I do not know the answer to that, but I'm interested to see. I know one thing, Cardano has had some really great progress here of late, and they're getting closer and closer to really launching in a big way, it seems like. So it will be interesting to see if we do get that settlement for XRP, if the progress from Cardano inside of their camp is enough to keep the people there. That will be something to watch. Polkadot coming in right now, or Cardano is $1.13. It's up 1.68% and down 10.4 on the 7-day. So Polkadot coming in at $34.68. That's right, 5.43% on the 7-day and 10% just over on the 10% on the 7-day and 5.4 on the 24 hours, excuse me. XRP, as you know, is 46 cents. It's 0.4641. We are up almost 1 full percent on the 24 hour and 11.21% on the 7-day. You know, it's been a struggle for XRP. It has done extremely well. If you think about the whole understanding of, there's a lawsuit from the SEC with Ripple, and there's many, many other lawsuits. That case with the SEC against Ripple, alleging that XRP is in fact an unregistered security, is weakening by the day. It will be very interesting to see what comes of that decision. Maybe something sooner rather than later. Right now, just looking at the price here, we are ranging between 45 and 47 cents. Again, hats off to the TA guys who have reminded us that if we can get above that 47-cent mark, that is a very, very key line for resistance and support. If we can get above that resistance line and remain there, then that will turn into a support. If that turns into support, we could really have a serious conversation about getting back to $1 and beyond. So, and with that, we're going to talk about that in just a second. Really quickly, though, I do want to highlight this, and I covered it the other day, but Deutsche Bank, Germany's largest lender, has unveiled plans to offer a crypto custody service. I just thought you should know. Yeah, just thought. I just put that out there. Yeah, this is from Gimme Crypto. It says it was only a matter of time before they made it public. Are Asian entrepreneurs starting to follow Michael Saylor? Elon Musk, Chinese tech company, just announced they have purchased $40 million worth of crypto, including 380 Bitcoin. Now, I think that's great. I think it's amazing. I actually hold Bitcoin, full disclosure. And as we move through some of these coins we're talking about today, as I always do, I will tell you if I hold the coin or not. And none of this is financial advice, obviously, and it never is on this channel. But I do want to be full disclosure as I normally am. So I do hold some Bitcoin currently right now. That does change from time to time, but I do have some. And, I want to pay attention to what happens here. One thing I thought I should say, though, everyone's talking about Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, and they're really doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, and that's great. And here's what you need to know. The Billionaire Dollar Losers Club think your stock losses were huge. Imagine being one of these guys. This is from back in 2001 in the internet.com boom. And you should know this. This is not to slight anyone, certainly not Michael Saylor, but this just happens to be the way it is, and you should know and I should know. Groucho Marx once said he'd never want to be in a part of a club that would have him as a member. The member of this club know exactly how he feels or felt. These 20 victims of the tech bubble, as well as Mediaplex's Greg Rafferman, are among those who have had their paper fortunes shredded by 10 figures. 10 figures over that course of 18 months back in 2001. The biggest loser of them all? MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor, who saw a staggering $13.5 billion vanish. Okay. Know what you hold and know who you're following. I'm not trying to discredit the guy. He's still worth billions of dollars. So he's recovered nicely. It's not to slight him, but that happened to him. And you know what? It could happen to any one of us. And you better not be in a position that you are overextended or you're putting out more than you can afford to lose, because it can happen. And it happened to him. XRP Yo-Yo, thank you for this one. These 5 altcoins will go mainstream in March, according to an analyst, not me, but an analyst. Let's look at what the analyst does say. Looking here, and the coins that are talked about in this article, full disclosure, Ethereum, which I do hold from time to time, but I currently do not hold any meaningful position in Ethereum. Vetcoin. I absolutely have been a fan of Vetcoin, and I do hold Vetcoin. Make sure with any of these you do your own research. Theta. I don't know a thing about Theta, but I have heard people discuss it, and this conversation today is really going to inspire me to kind of figure out what Theta is doing, who the partnerships are, who's behind it, all the due diligence that each one of us should be doing no matter what. And then Hex Trust, which I know nothing about. And then lastly will be NFTs, which I think are really the new thing, and it's not a trend. I think it's not a trend. And this is my advice for myself, not for anyone on the channel. It's my perspectives more than anything that I'm sharing about how I feel about the space. You make your own decision. But non-fungible tokens to me are incredible because of the value that they're going to bring back to an entire area of intellectual property, let's just say. So, authenticating goods, whether you have a non-fungible token that represents a Louis Vuitton bag, like Vetcoin working with Louis Vuitton, right? And knowing that you didn't get a knockoff, you got the real the real thing, right? That ownership is there, right? Whether it is artwork, like I showed in a video earlier today with Bleeble, that artist that's releasing NFTs of his artwork, and you can get that one and only digital representation of that, and you own that thing. Or we could share partner ownership in the sharing of that token. Like we could tokenize the Mona Lisa if we wanted to, and all of us could end up owning a piece of that painting, right? So intellectual property is about to be represented again in a very, very real way that the Internet of Information had really, turned on its head. You remember the term digital file sharing back in the days, if you're old enough, with the early days of the internet? Yeah, Napster, MP3 music, file sharing, right? It was the polite wording of stealing is what it was. And that's what everybody's come accustomed to. But I think now that we have something like NFTs, artists alike, no matter where they go, or even patent holders, right? You may be able to share in the ownership of patents, even with that intellectual property. Who knows? But the reality is this is exciting to me because it opens the door to bring that intellectual property back into the ownership of who it belongs to. And if someone uses it, that they should get some kind of representation of that value. So that's exciting. Looking down here, it does say in this article, Ethereum and VeChain are among those set to go mainstream after partnerships with Amazon Web Services, Norsk Hydro, respectively. PayPal is also going full into cryptocurrencies with the purchase of crypto custody firm Curve as Sony reaches center joins the Theta network. Remember, Curve is also a custody solution used by I Trust Capital. I think that's incredible to note. What a small world this is. Let's see. The first and arguably the most significant is the Amazon Web Services has integrated Ethereum on its Amazon managed blockchain. The integration will solve challenges such as unreliability due to out-of-sync nodes, data storage, scaling concerns. AWS customers will now be able to provision Ethereum nodes in minutes and connect to the Ethereum network. The gas fees are another question, if we're just being full and open here. So there is that. We'll see how that develops. Now, Ethereum doesn't need Amazon, but Amazon needs Ethereum, according to Austin Arnold, who told his over 500,000 subscribers. We will see how that progresses. I do believe as Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP all have their own personal hurdles in front of them. The one that I see and that I'm clearly aware of in front of Ethereum, which doesn't necessarily make it bad, but the one thing that is concerning me is to change over from proof of work to proof of stake. And will that in fact help lower the congestion and the gas fees of the network? I'm just not so sure. So we will see. Now it says here Arnold is also bullish on VeChain after its recent partnership with one of the world's largest aluminum companies. And VeChain has quite a few partnerships. You should do your own research on that. The blockchain as a service network joins hands with Norwegian firm Norsk Hydro, a company with annual revenues of $12 billion. That's a very real project right there. Now, coming down here, we do want to talk about this really quickly. Like I'm trying to skip through this so we can keep moving here. Theta, and I don't know a thing about Theta, but it says PayPal eyes Curve as Sony joins Theta. Now, I found this to be interesting because I don't know a thing about it. Next on Arnold's watch list is Theta Network, which recently welcomed Sony as a validator node. Sony's R&D center in Belgium will seek further to enhance the global experience for users of the Theta Network. Besides Sony, Google, Samsung, Binance, Blockchain Ventures, and Gummy are also Theta Governance Council members. So the big players are actually already on the council of Theta. Wow, I did not know that in my best Ed McMahon. Okay, and then last on Austin Arnold's list here is Hex Trust, which I know nothing about, but according to Austin Arnold here, Hex Trust is getting into custody service for the fast rising space of non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Well, this is interesting. Again, this becomes something that I really, like Theta, I need to do my due diligence on. And maybe I'll even cover this further if I like what I find. So we'll keep an eye out on these, and I promise you I will take a look at these. That's what I do. It's how we do it. And I encourage you to do so also. So NFTs and hex trust custody for NFTs. This is really, really interesting to me. Now let's keep this moving because we know NFTs have exploded on the scene. There's a link in the description and the comment section. For the first time ever, March Madness with Unstoppable Domains is offering incredible access to these major names for the first time ever. Some of them have already gone up really high in price and some of them are very, very reasonable. I mean, this is just growing so fast. I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, you can even see more. I'll even just show you another couple wave here. Walker.crypto, wrestling news, top fan, taekwondo.crypto is $1,000. You don't think somebody's not going to want that? Oh my goodness. You know, there's just so many. On lottery online.crypto is only $1,000. That's unbelievable. Golfing.crypto, I'm surprised that's $5,000 to be honest with you. Win.crypto, not surprising that it's $100,000, but you know what? There's somebody out here that you know is eyeing that up. There absolutely is. I mean, it's amazing to see all these. I'm absolutely, if you can't tell, I'm enamored by the NFT space. I just love it. So, okay, now let's get into this about XRP and a few other technical analysis people that are talking about AltSeason and what we may see if the charts remain strong and continue to prove out. Remember, as we look at this information, charts and the information from chart tools are become indicators, right? And it becomes like a 60% leaning. It's saying that, you know, it will go up in price, 30% if it fails, that it will go down in price. These things are not in stone, but that's why I appreciate these guys because it's never a perfect science. So here we go. Crypto Bull 2020 says, I hope you're prepared for alt season and have a plan for yourself to execute so you come out on top a big winner. The next weeks will be wild. Hashtag XRP. Looking at this here, this is an update from today, and he says XRP update price has managed to squeeze now for 34 days and has become incredibly tight. Looking at the overall market and Bitcoin's recent push back above 50K, I'm expecting an explosive move to the upside from XRP soon. Thank you, Crypto Bull. And one more for Crypto Bull. We're about to hear from some other people as well. Major breakout expected for XRP within the next 7 days. This was on March 2nd. We're 5 days into that, so we want to keep an eye on that. Again, this doesn't mean that he's going to be exactly right, but he's saying looking at the indicators of this triangle, we're looking at the potential for a breakout. We'll have to pay attention in the next few days and see if that stays true to the indicators. So this is from Rob XRP right here. It says XRP USD 21.8 height versus 17.4 height. We are printing longer on the stretch of structure, and 0.054 is our structure exit target. Candles will range from 7 to 10% top to bottom. Looks good to keep going. $1 should be reached quickly once we exit. Now, that's interesting to me. If I look at the charts here, and I'm just showing you the XRP US dollar chart that he has here, so you can see what he's kind of talking about. And we'll keep an eye on this. And this is like, you know, tomorrow's March 8th, right? So we'll watch anything beyond to see if we get the break to the upside that he's talking about here. And there's that 54-cent range here that he was speaking about. So we're going to keep an eye on it. All right, so here we go. And just a reminder, again, 46 cents. We're ranging, we're touching 47, but we haven't gotten above it. Now let's go back here. So here we are. Crypto Wizard says XRP Daily Technical Outlook, both XRP and looking at the XRP BTC comparison. He's using a different model here, which I think is nice, but all of these TA people are bullish no matter what model they're using for an indicator. That's what I find interesting today. So, and this is all happening and they're all bullish while there's a huge lawsuit over top of Ripple with the SEC. Unbelievable. So he said both XRP and BTC closed with an inside bar today. We should get a bullish breakout from here. XRP BTC is already in a bullish zone. A positive Bitcoin and fundamental pressure in XRP could push it way higher from here. Like I said, I find this interesting. This is just from a couple days ago from Crypto Wizard here. And I find it very interesting that, you know, all of these different people are using different tools and indicators, and they're coming up with the same outcome, basically. So this is another one from a different TA person, Aquaflow XRP, XRP Bitcoin synchronization chart. This is one of my most shocking XRP discovery. It's simple. New BTC all-time high equals XRP bull run. Will history repeat? Do you still hold XRP? Time will tell. Looking at this chart here, he breaks down here where these different points of bull run started, and then here you can see, and then right here, he's looking for something very similar to take place again, history repeating itself. We will see whether the chart holds strong or whether that actually breaks and breaks the trend. We will find out. Again, I love that all of these different people are using different scales and charting tools, but they're all ending up in the same neighborhood. They're seeing some bullish action coming. So we will see. But on March 2nd, Crypto Bull 2020, as a reminder, said I'm expecting XRP to go from 40 cents to $10 to $13 within 2 to 3 weeks. In other words, within a 2 to 3 week time span, it will move from that 40 cents to $10 to $13, but it will happen so fast that most people will get left behind, and he believes that it will happen within the next couple months. So that is really, really exciting to me. And man, when I think about the Ripple SEC lawsuit, I have to say to myself, imagine if they settle that lawsuit. Would it be hard to imagine the technical analysis and that fundamental news working together and giving a catalyst for how that price could reach such a range? I don't know, but I tell you what, this is the most exciting thing I've ever followed in my life. I'm not a financial advisor, but I tell you what, this is really, really fun to follow. I hope all of you are doing your own due diligence and research. And if I could just remind you of anything, and I have it here, let me just pull it up so I can share. I want to remind people before we get out of here, especially ones that are new. We have about 450 to 550 people joining this channel every single day that are new to this space. Sometimes you may listen to the content that we're talking about and going over, and you may think, hey, whoa, what are we talking about? I don't quite grasp what's going on here. All I can recommend at this point is either go back and start looking into videos and searching, but search through the keywords in the search box on my playlist on my channel. Pick that topic. Whatever that topic is that you don't understand, pick it. Search it on my playlist, and then go search it in Google. Go search it on Twitter. Go seek out other people that are seasoned veterans in this space and listen to what they say and weigh it all out for yourself. Make sure you really dive down into the information. Don't be scared to go look at something yourself. Ultimately, we're here to get information, and we're trying to make the best possible decisions for ourselves and our family. And for each one of us, we all come up with our own reasons for why we're in whatever we choose to be in, and as it should be, right? But at the end of the day, we want to know what could impact our investments. How could we be affected? That's why I focus so much on regulation right now. Now is always the right time to get informed. This is the beginning of the fourth industrial revolution. Make no mistake about it. Fortunes will be won and fortunes will be lost. But what will you be able to say to your grandchildren, your children? What story are you going to be able to tell? Really depends on what you take action on today. And action starts with doing your own research, protecting yourself, making the best, most informed decision that you can make. Become empowered. Empower yourself. Do your own research and vet everything, including me. That's going to do it for me. Hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Make sure you share with somebody you know. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And check out all the links in the description box and the comment section. There's some really great products and services in there for each and every one of you. They are trusted, vetted links. I'll catch all of you on the next one.